2K Sports. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Leonard.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at point guard. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's George in at the 2.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Shoots a fader. Another shot, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Houston Rockets. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
He hits the second from the line. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense was a key factor.
Now George. James Harden missing on the 3. Harden with the defensive effort. He feeds it to Westbrook. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That one misses for Westbrook. Long season, Chris. Talk about the challenges of maintaining focus and concentration throughout these 82 regular season games.
I mean, the season just wears on you. First of all, physically, the travel, the games, the practice. So one, you have to get through it physically, so take care of your body. Second, mentally, just the fact that you go through every season from Christmas to the summertime. Can you just stay mentally prepared and engaged and remember what the big focus is, why all of you guys came together, the championship. So really it's just a constant reminder that you have to do the little things every day. It's not about the big picture. It's day by day until we get to the end. And usually when you keep that narrow-minded type of focus, you'll get to the end of the season and say, wow, that was quick. That was fun.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Leonard, and it's blocked by Gordon.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Pulls up, And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Covington.
Oh, and that catch and shoot, Jay, from Harden is unblockable. Just quickly shooting off the pass.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's are over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Gordon dishes to Westbrook. Outside Gordon. It's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now here's McLemore after the miss from Reggie Jackson. It's Rivers on the wing. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Jackson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Ben McLemore.
Oh, and Jackson is a guy that loves the contact, especially when he's shooting the ball.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now, so solid numbers in that department.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Here's Williams. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
2 things in play there, Greg. I mean, they had a huge advantage in free throw attempts, and as a unit, they shot the lights out at the line.
Pass to McLemore. Rivers kicks to Green. The 15-footer. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first quarter. Rockets ahead. They're up by 6. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Damari Carroll out there. Then McLemore is out there with Rivers. And there's Green, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Here's McLemore. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Houston also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Green. Harden comes in for Ben McLemore. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Rivers.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
The Rockets with another miss. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 5. They host the Kings after this game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Count that one.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Here's George. No good that time. Good D by Covington. Rockets leading by 6. Pass to Westbrook. Harden outside. For the 3. Doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. And Westbrook pulls it down.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
The Rockets again can't hit. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. To the middle, here's Morris. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Harden against George. Harden outside. Puts up a 3. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Harden. 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it.
There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. Leonard with the ball. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
It was his rebound that stood out even more to me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
And so it's Houston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a nice 7-point lead. And, Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, we know Westbrook's going to be aggressive, attack off the dribble. But when he plays under control, like he has tonight, that's when this game goes to another level.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Well, obviously, they were outshot. I thought they mailed it in too many times in terms of their effort. People weren't moving, they weren't screening, and they definitely weren't hustling. They need to hit the ground running to be competitive in the second half.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column?
through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Clippers trail by 7.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Here's Beverley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Leonard from 3.
That's great work on D. At that end of the floor, Tucker never stops working.
And it's Leonard missing. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Lakers days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tacky flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball that can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
They kick it out to Green for the tie. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Green's got the game tied up here for the Clippers. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Nothing yet for them in the 3rd quarter. And there's the pass to McLemore. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Zubac. A minute 42 left in the 3rd quarter. That one rolling around and rims out.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances either.
Wasted no time on that one. McLemore's got his first points of the night.
Oh, the nice in-between game of McLemore. The ability to score from the mid-range is very important in this day and age.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Oh, the former Georgetown Bulldog, Jeff Green, now a veteran in the NBA. I mean, he's bounced around the last handful of years, but he's a smart player who still knows how to make an impact.
For the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Green, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for George. Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Harrell, the pass to Shamet. Jackson down low. He's guarded by Rivers. Second chance shot, and the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Like whenever Jackson uses his speed on the glass, keeping possessions going.
Rivers passes to McLemore. Misses the 3. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. From deep, Williams. There's Shamet, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Shamet's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
It's Rivers on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. There's Gordon with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5 to shoot. From deep. But they'll get another chance.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Clippers leading by 4. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Gordon, and it's Tucker in at the 5. Rocket shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. It's Harden with the drive. Got a piece of it.
And Beverly just goes all out on defense, which is what allows him to come up with these rejections.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And the rejection by Harrell.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And Morris throws it down.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Westbrook missing.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Outside Jackson. Back to Leonard. Shot from the top of the key, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after, and I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. Harden hits them both.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. And the rejection by Harden. And it's Beverly missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Harden up top. He's covered by Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Love how Harden attacks the basket when he's close by. Just relentless in finding ways to get himself to the line.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
It's Morris atop the key. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball over Beverly. The Rockets with another miss. Clippers leading by 6. And Leonard has it in the corner. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Beverly against Westbrook. They get it back. Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 8. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 6. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth. Williams for 3. Here's Zubac. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And Harden launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. Pass to Zubac. He kicks it to George. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. .23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
At the line, your Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 8. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. The Rockets again can't hit. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Here's Magruder. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.